Okay, so once you guys kind of figure out where you want to be from, we will officially get into character creation. It's kind of like the first question, and then I'll go into my other questions.
You know what? I'm just gonna go all in and say I'm from the city center, and then I can just make my character just be any have any X background, I guess.
Have any X background, you said?
Like, I could be, like, from the city center, but then maybe I don't choose to live there anymore. You know, that's what my character is.
Oh, okay. So
are we picking...
They got money, or they grew up in money?
Yeah, and then maybe either they're rebelling, or, like, going their own way, or being independent, or maybe they're sticking with the money. That way I can either play a corpo spy, or play an ex-voodoo boys tech runner. Okay,
voodoo boys, they're Jamaican.
Yeah, so I'm looking at art of like some really beautiful like techie cyborg black women. So it's like
Okay. I just want to let you know. I just want to remind
you. Yeah, no, I've played the games. That's why I'm thinking of that.
Okay. So yes, first step, where are you from? And then we'll get into the more nitty-gritty questions that I have for you guys to help flesh out characters.
Are we doing this live, or are we...
We are doing this live, yeah.
Nice.
They go last.
My friends waiting with bated breath.
Really?
Cool. No, not really. No, I mean, I think they're also playing D&D at the moment, so they'll, like, glance at the stream, probably.
Okay. Yeah, hey, they can watch it later if they want.
Oh, we're live on YouTube right now? That's basically the thing.
Well, I don't know. YouTube wasn't working, so it is live on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch. Gotcha.
Okay, so we have one for Omna, which is wait, you said Pacifica?
I said city center actually, city center or Pacifica, but I haven't picked exactly which yet.
Okay, so you're kind of You're thinking.
Yeah. So let me go last.
Okay.
So the Glen is what part of...
It's part of Haywood.
Part of Haywood?
Yep. Let me see. With the Glen, Haywood...
Is it?
I want to say that is one of the subject districts. I want to say that's where like the game starts.
I've never played the game.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I've only watched Edge Runners.
Hey, not a bad choice though. It's clean, mostly free of crime. It's probably like the cleaner area of Haywood. Yeah, but it's more suburban, low-rise, like row houses.
And University District?
Wait, are you saying it's the University District?
No. And University District, what's that like?
Is there where is the University District?
It's kind of to the northwest of Glen. Between that and just to the south of Little Europe.
I imagine it's really nicer. Haywood is. I wish I could zoom in on the map. Oh, there we go. Haywood City Center. There's the Glen University District. Yeah, I would imagine anywhere where it's kind of like not green, but I imagine it's they're rebuilding it. It's nicer there. It's close to the city center.
Mm.
But yeah.
Oh, Med Center.
Actually, let's focus on Ash because you have to leave soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's focus on your character.
Okay, so I have this concept in mind, but I might end up changing everything because it's a concept I've been dragging along for a while now. But do we also like talk about the myth of the character or whatnot? Is that appropriate to do so now?
My first question is, what is your archetype? So in the campaign guide I sent out, there was a list of archetypes that you guys can choose. So like, what's your role? Everybody's a part of a Unit 7 that works for EPIS. So what's that? Let's choose that first, so then we know before you leave, like, oh, he chose this archetype, so I won't choose that one.
Okay, so we're speaking like a mage, specialist, warrior kind of sort of thing?
Yeah. So we have the tech handler, the operative, the face, the investigator, the mythos specialist, the ghost walker, the heavy, the hacker, and the leader.
So in my original concept, definitely the face.
Okay.
Not the talker, but the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the pronouns?
Yeah. It's gonna be a she, her, but I'm not sure yet. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I wanna play somebody with like an aversion for tech, because that would be this is like why, because like the myth of my character is like so intrinsic into who she is and her purpose in life. But if I don't have to speak about that, I would say so it's a pretty girl, too smart for her own good, managed to get out of like the hustle and bustle of the Haywood area. The kind of like neighborhood girl that like every gang will protect and respect and whatnot, because like we don't mess with our own.
Yeah.
And she's some kind of like not cat burglar, but she does like target high profiles.
Is she like Selena Kyle?
I wouldn't know what's that, but more like Bond girl, I would say.
She's Catwoman.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I never like learned the real name of Catwoman, but kind of sorta. Yeah, that's actually like a very nice analogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where does she live now? So she grew up in Haywood. Where does she live now?
Oh, she's definitely living in the. I would say she still lives in Haywood.
Okay.
Yeah, she has an apartment in Central City to just like keep appearances, but definitely lives in Haywood because she has like the extra protection from the surrounding gangs and whatnot, and nobody will mess with her there.
Okay, so if she has an apartment in the city center, she has money. Like, it's expensive.
No, somebody else. She made somebody else pay for it.
Okay, so she's a sugar baby.
Kinda, sorta, but like the kinda laced with something you don't know what it is and you shouldn't be messing with.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. So, one other question. How much more time do you have?
Let's say 5 minutes. Okay. But I have the concept pretty like ingrained in my brain, so I can go spitfire if need be.
So my next question is, there is like a financial spectrum that I created, and this is like mechanically helps you as well. I just want to know where she would be on this like money spectrum. So
she broke, girl.
She's broke?
She got no liquid asses?
There's no way.
She's pretty volatile as a person.
Here, I'll let you know. You could be destitute, broke, struggling, stable, comfortable, affluent, or wealthy.
Okay, so just like one down from stable.
Oh, so struggling.
So yeah, she's living day to day, but not like by choice. She could like get anyone to pay for her shit basically whenever she wants to.
How hot is this character?
She's a struggling sugar baby.
So hot.
Okay, so she's Catwoman. So she has some resources, but money is tight. Limiting influence. So that is what's struggling. Okay.
Yeah, she spends like there is no tomorrow, but that's like she's bad at finances. She won't be keeping any books for the group anytime soon.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like so the face. Do you know how old she is?
Oh, that's where we get to the myth. She's very old.
Oh, Now it just got gross. I was imagining.
Think vampire old.
Oh,
She's
okay,
old but doesn't look it.
Oh, vampire old. Okay.
Yeah.
How old is that then?
I don't know. How old can we be in this game?
Well, sheesh. Because in the game, like in the video game, Arasaka, like he just puts his consciousness into like another body, so it could be something like that.
Okay, so
where you've been living for a very long time.
Okay, you can help me out in this regard. Was there an event that is very morally troubling that happened sometime in the past? Some like stain on the world's history.
Yeah, there is. Nobody's sure, but there was a moment. Like that's why myths are released into the city. There was that catalyst moment.
What was it?
That was only like 30 or 40 years ago.
She would be from there.
Okay.
Then, so not that old, but oh yeah. Okay, let's say she's older than that, but she came into the city around that time.
Okay, so
let's say 400, just to be
400 years old.
Yeah.
Sheesh. 400. How did she grow up in Haywood then if she's 400?
Well, that's the thing. She's 400 years old, but she's self-conscious since 30 years ago, like when the event happened.
Okay, 400, but how old does she look?
Oh, she looks like
she's in her
22.
prime. She keeps it tight. She keeps it tight, son.
Botox has come a long way.
You want her to be upper 20s, mid, like young 30s?
Lower 20s.
No, lower 20s, really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're trying to have these guys out here catching a case. Hey, how old is she? 23?
Yeah, let's say 23.
That's
23 sound.
She looks 23 years old.
Okay, you know what? They say 25. It's 2025. Hooray.
Okay.
First character 2025. Let's go.
Okay, she's 25 years old. Looks 25, but is probably very wise. She's been here a long time. Okay, so you can't fool her. But she's bad with finances, so she's 400.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like
at this point, it's a choice. She has chosen to be bad with finances. There's no
yeah,
excuse.
but yeah, as I said, like she wasn't like truly like sentient before then. She was just like a presence. But that very event is what like coalesced her consciousness.
Okay.
Developed around that event.
What's her mythos?
Okay, how familiar are you with Warhammer 40k?
Not much.
Okay, so there are like creatures of emotions in Warhammer 40k. Those are like it's like the essence of that emotion just like coalesced into a person, and so her emotion would be this how do I put it, a fleeting not luxury kind of thing, this spending. It's like if LA was a person, so Las Vegas was a person, it would be her.
Okay, so is her mythos Las Vegas?
No, so yeah, so it needs like to be it's any demon of greed would do, any demon of greed, of like wanting more, of like doing more, of like feeling more.
So her mythos is a concept.
Yes, the concept of excess.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. Concept of excess, that can definitely be a mythos. Like
I look around our mythology. If there is something like that, definitely there must be. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about like, the bull Mammon, the demon, like golden bull. Yeah. That's like in the same vein, but trying to find something more sexy than a bull. I really have to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get back to you. We should probably meet up, if we can meet up this week somehow, and just flesh all this out.
Definitely.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll send you when to meet. Is that okay?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay, let's do that. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that, but yeah, I had to. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Concept of excess, constantly wanting more. Okay.
When he said that, I had like a flashback to City of Mist, and I was like, "Oh, we just have Chairman Chow on our on our team."
Yeah. Okay, so next, let's do. So I'll put his away. Is anybody else? I just need to know where you're from, and then we'll go from there. So if anybody's ready with that, we can kickstart your character. I heard that sigh.
What archetype did he pick again? I'm sorry, I didn't miss that part.
The face.
The face, okay. So that's on your list is...
And could you run those again? It was the face...
There we go. That's down.
Leader...
Yeah, it's in the campaign guide that I sent as well. He chose a face. So there's the tech handler, the operative, the investigator, the mythos specialist, the ghost walker, the heavy, the hacker.
I think if you don't mind, Maya, is it okay if like I pick my archetype first and talk that out with people? Because that will really help determine where I place my character then. Okay.
Yeah. If that helps you out, you can do that first.
Yeah. So I'm caught between like the ghost walker, the cyber specialist, or the commander. So if any of those are something that like the rest of you are like really like that was my idea, I won't pick it, and it'll help me narrow down my choices. So either stealthy or hackery or like the strategist leader. If you're talking, you're muted.
Hello, sorry, I didn't realize that the push to talk didn't work when I didn't have the thing selected. I'm probably going to go like mythos specialist plus like scientist, like mixing together like noise and mythos, like magic and a bit Frankenstein-y, like necromancy, but what if we also had lasers?
A bit, okay.
Sort of vibe. So I might dip into cyberspace, but I'm probably won't like specialize as much as someone else wants to be a hacker. But I think mythos and tech is going to be like, he's like trying to push the two closer and closer together, sort of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was thinking cyber. I was actually thinking very much cyber specialist hacker.
Okay, that helps me narrow it down. So I think
I mean, is that like Ghost Walker too? Kind of.
Ghost Walker is stealth and recon.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it sounds like it sounds like the hacker is for you, Anna.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that sound good, Anna?
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
Okay. So then I think I'd like to make the commander / Ghost Walker. Like, is that a possibility?
The commander. There is no.
Like, could I be a commander, but also be stealthy? Like, I go scout out, and then I direct the rest of the team. Maybe
do you
right.
Do you mean the leader? Like a mix of the leader and Ghost Walker?
Yeah. So you have the commander archetype, which is going to be the cyborg character. I really want to do that.
Yeah.
But I want to throw in some aspects of the Ghost Walker archetype.
Got it.
I want to be the major now, honestly. I have your
listen. No. I was afraid to ask someone, but I was like, I need someone to be the major.
Can I just be the major, please? I would die because I don't know if you've noticed, but I literally have her haircut, like my bangs have grown out. But like,
oh my gosh, yes,
she is vital.
Okay, yes, you can. I was wanting someone, and I want.
Such a good movie. It is a very good movie.
I'm so glad.
I watched it this morning to get ready for this, and it's very, very good. A lot of boobs.
Okay, well then I even have like the perfect art for it. So nice. I'm just gonna throw that in our Discord so you can see it. It might not be like the final art, but like it's.
Okay. Okay. Very happy about that. Very happy.
Yeah, so I just put that in there.
Because I know like some players want to come with like their super custom character, and I was like, I just want someone to be the major. Wasn't sure how to ask. Okay.
Yep. You didn't have to.
I'm the coming in clutch. Love it.
Yeah. So where do you think the major would be from? That's why I was thinking like city center or
city like she. I feel like she's more like down to earth than that.
I feel like she would now not live in the city center. She would probably live somewhere like the Glen. But like, where was she uploaded, or where was her body created? Like, if she's a cyborg, like, where did she get?
She was created in Corpo Plaza.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. That's where she's from.
Yeah, that's where EPIS is at.
Yeah. But now I would probably like to live somewhere more down to earth, like the Glen.
Okay. So the major was a human person. Like, she did grow up somewhere. She doesn't really have those memories anymore. So my question would be like, where did your character grow up?
Oh, so so I think before she got modified,
yeah, exactly.
she was probably, because I know, like, of course, like Motoko has her own backstory, but I want to create one of like, maybe she was the daughter of a really rich Yakuza.
Daughter of a Yakuza?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
And then why she got to where she is now with like her body the way she is and working for EPIS could either be like a nice story with like the Yakuza dad trying to save her life or something, or it could be something dark where she got kidnapped and like is like a controlling asset by the corporation to keep him under their thumb because her body belongs to them. So technically she is like she's property of EPIS.
Yeah, that's true.
So
wow.
Oh my god, twinning.
Yeah.
I love being stamped with a I made my character idea a while ago.
So
but I don't want to infringe on your vibes.
Oh no, it's fine.
I think only one person should be property of EPIS.
I'm saying that that could be like the goal as to why they wanted to turn her.
Yeah.
Like that could be one of the options. Why EPIS decided to like build her body. Whether or not, like, I feel like right now I'd want to have autonomy. Like, I've gained autonomy since then.
At least that's what you're trying to gain, right?
Yeah. Or like at least I've gained ownership of like myself.
Or that's what you think.
Or that's what I think, maybe, yeah. But if that's like, I'm sorry if I missed you saying that you were gonna be.
No, I'm flexible. I'm not married to any one idea.
I just came up with this like on the spot. So
I've already changed his while I was talking. I didn't. I was gonna have him be made like about 5 years old in a lab, but like now I'm thinking he actually has like a life that he used to have. And he's like sort of Darth Vader pushed it down, so I might actually be. I'm changing things as we go.
You could be. Okay, so let me I'm gonna dive into Omna's character, then we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back and flesh out for you and Anna. But at the same time, you guys give your thoughts and like suggestions and ideas for her, so that you know, because we all want to like the people that we're playing with. So
for sure.
Give her suggestions. We're all here to like for that reason.
Honestly, for me, like I am not married to really anything beyond like I want to be the major, but when we start the game, backstory wise and everything, I love to like be given something completely out of the box and not like create something and then be like restricted by that. If you give me something new and I have to do something different, that like helps me be more creative with my role playing and story. So like that's why I said like I'm not married to like taking over the concept.
No, I think being the leader and also being like owned by the company is a very interesting dynamic, because I feel like if we're like the sort of we're the chaotic force in your life that makes you like that pulls you away from the company. So like you want to be more independent like we are, because like we leave at the end of the day after a job, but you don't. Yeah. But you're in charge, so we respect you, but we're also like, dude, like, get a life. Like, we love you, boss, but like, you know, you're still our boss, and then you're also our boss's you know, thing. So
also, you could stay at EPIS like headquarters, like you could live there if you want, but you could also have your own place. No, God, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, as for talking coulds and stuff, you think like it makes more sense, but like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I want my character to be like, have a mutually dependent relationship with EPIS,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I want to like sever that tie, and so I've tried to be as far as possible. So I don't live
Have
there.
you seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
No, I have not.
I think in the movie, like one of the main characters is a cyborg and he gets broken, and then everyone else wants to fix him, but they can't because he's basically got like a trademark code. So if they try to meddle with him, like when you try to meddle with like an Apple computer, then like it sort of implodes.
Yeah.
So like you might be like tagged internally, like, oh, if someone who doesn't have like the Apple, USB stick tries to fix you up when you're broken. So like, you're like Mario, you've got like infinite lives, but like if you leave your video game, then you die and that's it. So like the mortality, you could leave at any point, but like the mortality is like what scares you.
And
like,
I think
not being put back together.
that's very similar to the lines I was thinking. Like maybe I need to go there for a routine maintenance. Kind of also thinking, I don't know if you guys have watched the Evangelion movies, but one of the characters is a clone, and if she doesn't get her routine maintenance by the people that made her, her form disintegrates.
Oh,
that's
okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
That's like the Substance movie. Which is basically like a lady creates a younger version of herself. She can still take over that body, but she has to you have to keep up with the maintenance every single week. You have to take these steps or the body starts to disintegrate. I don't know if it's that
So,
deep.
like-
You do need routine
not that deep.
I do
Yeah.
think you need routine maintenance that can only take place at EPIS headquarters. So like in game, if you ever take damage, like you don't go to the hospital, you go to EPIS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And maybe
So,
like
like, you
they have
don't need
backups
to-
of. Go ahead. What was that?
Oh, sorry. No, you go first. It's your character.
Oh no, I was more thinking along those lines. Like I routinely need to go like have like the systems flushed, have like virus scans done, or
Right?
some-
Yeah.
all of that. And maybe like that's the only person I actually truly trust at EPIS is like my maintenance tech doctor person, Ripper Doc. But
Yeah. Exactly.
but like maybe also speaking on the mortality thing that you mentioned, maybe EPIS is the one that like has my backup, like my consciousness backup.
So technically, like
Yeah.
like physically speaking, you could walk out the door at any time. It's just that you would then forego any future fixings up, so like any damage would be permanent and you could just like die forever. So like you're not like mystically or like bound in any way other than like your own like fear of permanently like dying.
But I also like the idea of if I do die, EPIS just like reboots me at their headquarters.
That's very dark. It's like even if you try to kill yourself, just another you is ready, and that is really dark stuff.
Like I have like a server link, and so like my memories are uploaded all the time. So they have like a.
I had a character like that who was like just immortal and just kept coming back, and it was like a gag that she died every episode and just came back fine in the next scene, and like no one commented on it, like a bit of a cartoon. Like she just like got hit by a car and she's like, yeah, hi guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
In terms of your like financial spectrum, I would imagine she's stable, which is like your basic needs are met. Money isn't a strength or a weakness.
I like that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, because like
I would like to ask for one step further, where like if we're working for EPIS, they give me access to more of their resources and financials.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's figure out where did she grow up before. I want to say something happened because Major was in that accident. Or so. Yeah. So like there has to be a reason why your body is 90% like android.
Yeah. So I still want to go with like the child of like an influential person, or like maybe myself, I was an influential person. I actually like that idea, not piggybacking off of somebody else's success, but maybe I was like pretty high up in the leadership in the Yakuza, and in a fight with EPIS, I like came very close to dying,
Oh,
and
I
that's
like
when
that.
they put me in a constructed body to control my
gosh.
skills for them.
Yeah, so let's go with you are a high-ranking member of the Yakuza. Okay.
Okay.
So I like that. So you're high-ranking member. I'm taking like basic notes. So
Yeah. This
And
is
then-
very basic.
something happened to you're in like a fight with EPIS or something. There was like a
Yeah, or it could even be a fight with somebody else. Maybe that's why nobody's able to track me, because EPIS just happened to somehow gain control of me or my brain or something
yeah.
before I fully died. And they turned me into like an asset for them.
Does the Yakuza know you're still alive, or do they think you died and whatever?
I think I want it to be where that they think I died.
So high-ranking used to be a high-ranking member of the Yakuza. What if it was like, because there are people who they hire. EPIS hires people to finish jobs for them, like Unit 7 that you're part of. What if it was like a past unit had gone to like infiltrate the Yakuza or something? Large fight broke out. That's EPIS's connection. Because I was thinking like there has to be a connection, like how they find your body just randomly.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking more like they were scouting me out.
EPIS was? You say?
Maybe like for some reason, like that's where I want the stealth and like those skills to come in. So like they wanted me on Unit 7 or like another team, but I refused, being in my like Yakuza-ness. Like I'm not gonna work for any corporation. So I want to imagine that they orchestrated a different event for me to like die and take me that way.
And they definitely could and would.
Yeah.
To let's say take her out. There had to be some type of explosion where your body was like just no longer usable. Like most of your body was blown to bits or something.
Oh, I want to go even darker with this. Sorry, go ahead.
And maybe engineer it so that the Yakuza did it. Friendly Yakuza.
Well, but I also want to go even darker. Like, what if it was a partner that went deep undercover, gave me like a piece of jewelry or something that had an explosive and also like a brain scan device or something, some kind of like thing they gave me as part of like us being partners. That was like a personal explosive. To kill me in such a way that it would leave all the parts that they need intact.
They might have just done this for money, because EPIS would have found someone who's close to you, bribed them. They're like, make sure she's wearing this at this time.
Oh, so is it a relative or a like romantic partner or a like friend?
Sorry, I like that idea.
I'll leave it up to you. I want to say that I don't know the identity of the person that betrayed me.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that up to me.
Yeah,
leave that up to me. That's fun. Also, I'm gonna say up to GM.
And like I have found out over the course of time that I've been like resurrected or repurposed that happened, that somebody betrayed me.
Yeah.
And that's how I died, but I haven't found out who yet.
I want to say you did see their face, and you can like, I want to say your memory is like, it's like bits and pieces. So you get like random dreams, you get sparks here and there of like someone's face, but then it doesn't make sense. It's like all jumbled. So that is on purpose.
They've encrypted my memory of that.
Exactly. And that is Ghost in the Shell for you right there.
Yes.
Hey, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna memory has, and that's super sad, especially when the guy is like, I was taking my daughter. I have a daughter and I have to go pick her up. And they're like, sir, you don't have any family. And I was like, oh my God. I just love that scene. And he's like, he looks devastated to not have a child. And I was like,
that's the scene when I was like, oh, that's why my GM told me to watch this movie. Because like before it was just guns and naked ladies. And now it's like, oh, you can hack their brains?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's what this campaign's about? Okay,
It's-
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm so invested.
It's just all about like just morality.
Yes,
I'll
give me
say
trauma.
yeah, and trauma.
Give me
I'll
moral
tell
dilemmas.
scrambled. So you're just never sure of who did it, but you have like an inkling feeling that it's somebody from the Yakuza, but you just never could quite put your finger on it.
And that could explain why I never told them that I was still alive or reached back out to join up with them.
Yeah. Love that. Okay. So let me just write that down. Oh my gosh.
And I actually want to say that me as a human was a man. And they put me in a female
real,
form.
absolutely
Yeah.
real. Girls with their girlfriend, whatever.
And so
Should we be on Foundry, by the way? I don't have Foundry up. I know what the link is anymore. We have that right now.
not yet. I'm gonna flesh out
Okay,
flesh
no
out background
worries.
first, and then we'll get to like the character sheet.
No worries.
Her body was completely. Okay, so you want to play a trans character? Alma?
Basically, I guess in a way of like
I think
they had the model for a female reconstruction, and so they didn't really care. But I've have to come to terms with like my new gender too. But if that's something that's like that could lead into like problematic things, I'm fine with like skipping that and just being the same.
I don't think it would lead to problematic things, but to keep the story simpler, I just think it should be one gender or the other, so we can focus on one thing or the other.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just keep her a woman then, both ways.
But I mean, I kind of see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's one trauma at a time is what I'm
That's
saying.
fair.
I feel like you're kind of
Feel the trauma.
triple trauma, go. Her body was completely ruined, and only like your brain is still there. Like,
yeah, I think it's like a
everything.
brain and the brain stem, maybe like part of my spine.
Yeah. Is in use, and everything else is like basically cybernetic. Okay. Love that. So let's say she was told to wear something. Some explosive device that was shaped as
It was some sort of gift that would have been like on my person. I don't think it has to be a piece of jewelry. It could be anything. But I was thinking that would probably be the simplest.
Yeah, because
Hey, babe, get this sword. It doesn't explode. I promise. Just use this sword.
just why would you say that?
It actually honestly could be a katana with the Yakuza. But no, like something that I wear on my person. It
feels
I think a necklace would probably be the most like simple way to just like.
Because I'm thinking of an explosion of like ruining your whole body. A necklace makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It is close to the neck and your head, though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking.
But anyway,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Whole body's ruined. We won't get deep into the weeds in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is the Yakuza then? That's like, was it Japantown?
That's Westbrook, you said. Yeah, near. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So let's say you grew up in Westbrook then, before the explosion, before your body went kaboom.
Yeah, I guess it depends on like, did I rise up to the Yakuza because I came out with one of the Yakuza families, or did I grow up in Japantown and then like build my way to the top? So either way, it'd be Westbrook. But like which part is the different thing? Yeah.
If you grew up in it, do you want to just say that you were part of the family already? Because that might just be easier than like. Because I feel like they trust people who are already just a part of the family. So if you wanted to get that high level rank, you probably born and raised in it. Okay, where do you live now?
I want to say the Glen, so close enough to the Corp Center, but yeah.
But you're still your own spot.
Yeah, so like in Haywood, I guess somewhere in Haywood. It doesn't have to be the Glen specifically. It could be actually Vista del Rey because it's close enough to Westbrook where I could like hop over and like do my investigation on the Yakuza betrayer.
Is that still like? I'll get to it, but like, is that one of her goals? To
I think
figure
so,
out-
yeah.
Because I'm going to ask everybody, what's your kind of through line for this entire campaign? What is that one
Yeah.
goal? You're like, by the end, I want to try to figure this out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say, it doesn't have to be the Glen. We'll just say Haywood.
Yeah.
Okay. So, connection to Victoria. Why did Victoria choose you? And I think we kind of talked about it a little bit. You are the ghost walker. So you're good
And
at stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was wondering if it would be like too much jack of all trades, master of none if I went the hybrid of the commander and the ghost walker.
Well, it kind of makes sense because you started off as the ghost walker. But
Yeah.
then they have your body now, and they're like, hey, you are now like their proprietary or their property. So
Yeah.
you know more about EPIS because of that. And so the leader just
And, like,
inherently.
Yeah, and I was a high level like person in the Yakuza, so I had a leadership role as well there. So, okay. So that's what I want to be.
Okay.
Oh, I even see that you wrote similar to Major Motoko Kusanagi.
Yeah, no,
the commander. Yeah.
See, sorry. Basically,
Yeah.
I want to play in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So you were chosen because of like good at stealth, scouting, leadership skills, etc. How do you think your character perceives Victoria? Mentor, ally, corporate pawn?
I think we've probably by now come to a like a mutual understanding of like we don't like each other, but we tolerate each other and we work well together, without necessarily being any closer than that.
Okay, so there's
Strictly
a strictly professional relationship. Okay.
Because
say-
her being from EPIS, I still have that like grudge against EPIS, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Slight grudge against EPIS as a whole. Okay. I will say Victoria, she does have your guys' back. Like, so
Okay.
she has went out and she has chose each of you guys specifically. EPIS is very cold. Like, everybody is replaceable at the drop of a dime. Like they don't care about you at all. Victoria has gone out her way to try to find good people, try to get them to make money because she knows how it is in the city. But she's very professional, but she's not a cold person.
okay, so maybe I have like a begrudging respect for her as a person.
Yeah.
But the thing that taints it is that she's still from EPIS.
Still, yeah. So it's hard to be like, because EPIS is this huge evil corporation.
They took my life away
Yes.
and like basically forced me into being dependent on them
Yeah.
for the rest of my existence.
So it's like, you're fine, but the people who you work for, horrible people. You guys do get the sense that she's trying her best to work for this company that is not great at all. So, maybe, I don't know if she's trying to change it from the inside because it's so huge, but at least in her little part, working with you guys, she's trying to do her best. And I think you guys have got that sense. But even for you, it's still like, but you guys still took away the choice from me. So
Yeah.
I can see that that dichotomy there. Okay. You still have that slight grudge against EPIS, but
I think my grudge against EPIS is more than slight, but
huge grudge. So would you say there is a mutual respect for Victoria?
yeah, I'd say I've gotten a respect for Victoria herself. Really, the only thing that taints our relationship is her link to EPIS.
Yeah. Okay.
Just 3 theme books is just God, I hate EPIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one is just like Cyborg.
Yes. Okay.
That's probably
Okay. Okay. My next question is, why did you take the job? Well, you were forced to. So.
yeah.
What debt or obligation ties you to the company? You have no choice. Are you loyal? The next question
No.
is, are you loyal to EPIS or do you distrust or cynically use it for your own gain?
I am forced to be loyal to EPIS, but I hate them.
Yes.
So I will probably work in their interests, because if EPIS ceases to be, I cease to be able to like do things. Except when I can work against their interests to get out somehow.
Somehow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a conditional loyalty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, that is the definition of conditional. Okay. So we kind of talked about this already. I'd like to ask about secret pain, past trauma, or we went over that.
Yeah.
How do you think this pain shapes your decisions and worldview now?
I believe I am definitely slow to trust.
Yep.
There's that PTSD aspect of constant threat analysis in every situation. I think we'll just probably leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
We can expand later.
Yeah. So, the personal goal for the series, that's an important one. You want to figure out who betrayed you.
But I think that's like a sub goal. Main goal, separate from EPIS or be independent of EPIS.
Okay. So because this is a mini campaign, only 6 sessions, do you think that goal can be reached? And are you okay if it doesn't?
Okay, so you want like an achievable...
No, we can still listen. We could still try, but just know that like probably the most realistic thing is that it doesn't happen. But it's still fun to try. I guess you could still,
Yeah, and I'm thinking like as part of my goal to become independent of EPIS, I want to find out who betrayed me.
Okay.
So like my short-term goal is find out who betrayed me.
Try to separate. Okay, yeah, separate from EPIS. And figure out who betrayed me. Who betrayed you.
Yeah. Because I think what I'm thinking is if I can find out who betrayed me, then I can find out who my actual allies are still at the Yakuza and then get their help to separate from EPIS.
Okay, so it might be a thing like episode 6 comes and you finally figure out who betrayed you, and then it's like
a montage.
It's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's fair.
Into,
A cliffhanger works too.
A cliffhanger into like, oh, okay, so now we know that she at least has the tools to separate from EPIS. So it might not happen in this mini campaign, but at least we can try to end the campaign knowing that she has, like I said, more.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Well, one of them. But what are you most afraid of losing or confronting?
I'm afraid actually of confronting the truth that it was someone very dear to me that actually betrayed me.
Okay. Oof. I like it. I'm gonna have fun with the person who betrayed you. This is what I love. This is give me all the tools to harm you. Love it. Okay. So anything else? How much of your body has been altered by cybernetics? Like a lot, like most of it.
Like everything but the brain.
Yeah. So everything but the brain.
And cerebellum, I guess. I know. Part of
right. We'll get into the biology of it all. Do you think she views technology as tools, threats, or something in between?
Tools, really. Like her body is technology, so.
Yeah, I was wondering like the relationship that she has with it, because she's no longer. I don't know. I wonder if she feels like she's human still.
I think it's kind of like. I guess it all depends on how long it's been since she was.
You've been
augmented.
Let's have you here the longest. This happened to you. Yeah. You'll be like the oldest member of this unit.
Okay. So I think I've now come to terms with like mostly seeing like this is me. However, I still have those like jarring instances of like, oh, I'm not quite like most people. And I think she still looks for like that, like things that can help her feel more like herself. So maybe she does like go into seeking human connections, but then like backing off because of that whole like lack of like trust issues and stuff. So that could be like an ongoing struggle she's dealing with.
I like that. And that makes sense because like you look human, but only you kind of know that like you're mostly fake, and you have to like come to terms with that.
Yeah.
But has trust issues, rightly so. Sheesh. Okay. Do you have any lines that you won't cross, even under pressure? Like, does she have like what's her moral code?
Taking, I don't know, like, I was gonna say like, taking away somebody's bodily autonomy. Like she won't hack into, if she can help it, she won't like hack into people. She doesn't like the idea of hacking into people's cybernetics, like their body parts, to make them do something.
Okay.
Like she'll blow him up and everything, that's fine to do damage, but she doesn't like taking forcible control of somebody's body through their like augmentations.
Okay. Perfect. Now that I know that.
Oh no.
Your first mission. Okay, so those are all the back that is like a weakness of yours, I would say, as well. That kind of that line that you won't cross, because I feel like it does come up a lot.
Yeah.
But I would say Anna's character is the hacker, so you might like push that on her more whenever the job calls for it. You're like, I won't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. That's it for you. The next step is just building it out in the character sheet.
Okay.
But next, I will go to Anna. We'll build out your background a little bit more. But first, we are going to take a 15-minute break. Okay, so next step was, listen, we figured out Omna to the best of our ability, and we'll flesh out what needs to be fleshed out later. Anna, that goes for you.
Yep.
So let's get started. So, okay, because this this takes the longest time, I'm going to go through Anna and then you, and then we'll go to Foundry. We probably won't finish everybody's character sheet. I think that's a thing where like I'll help you guys at the beginning trying to find the right tags and theme books. But that is something that it could just be like messaged throughout Discord and be like, does this tag make sense? Send a screenshot, all that good stuff. But getting this backstory stuff is good for right now. But Anna, first question, pronouns for your character?
Let's just make it simple. She, they, she. Okay. She, her.
How old is she?
She is going to be 21 years old.
Okay, you guys, why are these kids so young? Oh, I didn't even ask about Omna. How old is your character?
I want to say my character was like
okay. Also,
40.
Yeah, let's have them 25 and up. So I want them to be like, mature adults chosen for this unit. Yeah, I should have mentioned.
Yeah, so I want to say like she was like late 40s when they grabbed her.
Oh snap! Okay.
But
I mean, I like she's the leader, so.
Yeah, her current body is like reflects as though she's in her 30s. Basically, let's just say like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, so I'll just say she's 30 years old.
So let's adapt. She's 29. How's that?
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Okay, body taken around 40s, looks 30 for Omna's character. Anna, 29. Okay, cool.
9 years old.
Okay. Sorry, I should have mentioned the age should be a little bit older. I don't know if EPIS is choosing that young. What do you think her financial like spectrum is?
Well, she is, as I'm working this, she actually comes from corpo.
Oh, okay. I was hoping someone would have some money. Okay, cool. So you can be wealthy, affluent, or comfortable.
I don't know, affluent.
Affluent? Okay. Yeah. Affluent is, let's see, because I put down like the meaning of it. Affluent is wealth is noticeable. You can easily sway or impress anybody.
Okay.
So in game, these are, this system flexible, it's narrative driven like everything else. When it's not needed, it fades into the background, but when the story calls for it, if you need to use your financial spectrum to come into play and be like, hey, I am affluent, that gives me a +2 to my rolls. So yeah, so this all gives you like plus or minuses. So if you're like destitute, which is a -3, and you're trying to like convince someone to like help, like let you borrow money or something, that would probably go against you. Yeah, I like that. So she comes from a corpo background. Let's get more into the background then. Where did she grow up?
Okay, so let me go into the whole story because it kind of wraps the whole thing up.
Sure.
So parents are or were corporate like researchers.
Okay.
One was medical, the other was hacker. They were working and let's make them EPIS.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, for a reason.
Okay.
They were working on a project together. I was there with them. I was 12 years old. I was there with them. Accident happens. Machine blows up. They get killed.
Oh.
The software that they were working on turns into a virus, which kind of hacks into my port.
Yeah.
And kind of like sits in there, does who knows what. I get taken in by my father's brother and his wife.
So your uncle.
They're also,
yeah.
So they're also corporal, but kind of a little lower down. She's a hacker. He's a medical. He works for trauma.
Okay, you're talking about the uncle and his wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm kind of brought up in those circumstances. So with a hacker and a trauma, and I'm brought up with. So I learned medical. I learned hacking. I have an aptitude for the hacking because of the virus. But I learned the medical as well. I grew up in the community.
Yeah.
Because of growing up in the community, I see what's going on. And yes, I'm corpo, but it kind of itches on me. I don't really like what corporation is doing to the communities.
Oh, okay. Is this part of her goal, or this is something new that's coming on? Like she's just starting to see like the evilness of it? Or do you think, has she seen it since she was 12? Or this is like, it's like, I'm 29 now. This started when I was like 27. My eyes are starting to get opened.
She's been seeing it for a while. And the reason I picked EPIS is on purpose. Okay. Victoria's been keeping an eye on me.
Oh.
And as I've been growing up, she's been giving me an odd job here and there.
Oh. Okay.
Tie her back in. Make your job easier. Make everybody's job easier.
Thank you. I'll take it.
And so she brings me in, gives me jobs here and there. And I can see from her reticence. Maybe it's something I'm reading off of her or something. Maybe I'm reading too much from her, but there's something that I'm starting to pick up even as a young, like a teenager, when I get to know her. There's something there, and it starts opening up my eyes, and I start going out into the community, and I start seeing conditions, and I start seeing what corporations do, and I decide, I have an in with corporations.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do something long term.
Do you think
Kinda
EPIS
bring them
is
down
one of the
from
good
the
ones,
inside.
or do you also have like the same ill will towards EPIS?
Oh, definitely. EPIS, I don't think, is one of the good ones. I don't think there is a good corporation.
Yeah.
That's
The only
correct
good corporation.
That is the correct
the only
answer.
the only good corporation is a dead corporation.
Hey, got that right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Victoria's been keeping
That's
an eye
general.
on her for a while since she was a teenager. Gave her odd jobs every now and then. How does your character perceive Victoria? Mentor, ally, corporate pawn? What do you think?
All of the above.
Oh!
Definitely mentor.
Okay.
Definitely mentor. I know she's a bit of a corporate pawn, but I know she's doing the best she can for herself because she has to survive. I'm practical. I understand she has to survive. She probably has people that depend on her as well.
Yeah.
I have to wonder if we're in a way we may be even kindred spirits.
Okay.
I'm keeping my mind open on her.
Okay. Let's
Trust
say-
but verify type situation.
Trust. Wait. Sorry. Trust by what?
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you could have known her the longest if you say like because you just grew up in it. Your whole family is a part of it. She's been here for a while, even before Omna's character came in. And so you might have seen her talking to Omna's character. That might be your guys' connection when we get to it. Like you saw her when they kind of wheeled the body in, or what was left of it. You might have been there for that kind of transformation. The implant and all that, putting the brain in the cybernetic body. But yes, I would say since you've known her the longest, maybe you trust her the most out of everybody.
Okay.
You don't know her 100%, but what you do know of her is that she's tried her best with what they've given her. That there has been units past that haven't worked out, but you don't know exactly why. This is Unit 7 for a reason. So there's that. But
It's 7 because we're the lucky ones.
Exactly. Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Season 2, Unit 8, whole new characters. What happened to Unit 7?
The plot twist is that we die in episode 1 and then we just make new characters.
So, yes, backup characters at the ready.
Okay, I was gonna ask what happens if our characters do die. Like, are we just out?
No, definitely not. You're probably, I don't know, maybe if I make some cool NPCs, you take over them. Or you can
Honestly, for me, I would just come back as a backup.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Your character would just get a new body.
There you go.
So, connection to EPIS.
What am I missing?
So, why did you take the job? Victoria has been giving you odd jobs here and now, but maybe there's some reason you've never fully committed until now. Because now you're officially in Unit 7.
Yeah. I've been wondering more and more what happened to Mom and Dad. Maybe I want to find out what's, if the accident was really an accident. And maybe Victoria wants to, maybe this job, I do this job, come into the fold, and then she'll let me prove myself that I can actually be trusted with an EPIS, and she'll let me dig
Okay.
and investigate.
Okay. Because that is a big thing because that would be a big thing on her end. Like, she'd probably be risking her job to give you more insider information. And so she really does need to trust you.
Or more a case of, to go with a yes and.
Yeah.
Yes, but also to prove that, yes, I'm trustworthy, and to bring me on board as an investigator, perhaps, for cold cases.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, generally, you're just trying to prove yourself so you can be trusted more at the end of the day. In whatever capacity that is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But so that she could be trusted and get more info on her parents' passing. Okay. So I asked what debt or obligation ties you to the company, but I guess it's like self-motivated. You want to figure out the truth about. Okay. Are you loyal to EPIS, or do you distrust or cynically use it for your own gain? I kind of sounds like it's using it for your own gain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys also get paid. So there's that too. So the money doesn't hurt. You probably already have a lot of money, actually. No, you're wealthy. Sorry, we chose your wealthy.
Yeah, they left me with insurance and all that.
Yeah, you're affluent. Yeah, for sure. You got money. Any secret pain, I like to ask. Do you have any past trauma, failure, or regrets that haunt you at this age?
Well, I mean, my parents' death.
Okay. Were you close to your parents?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, was really close.
Definitely. I mean, I went with them to their workplace.
Okay.
I wanted to be like them.
Okay. I mean, what brought up the mistrust? Like, why question if this was an accident or not? What sparked that?
That's a good question.
Had to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah. I wonder if it might be something like virus that's been, or the whatever I was exposed to, and whatever's
maybe it messes with your brain.
either that, yeah, and maybe whatever's going on right now has triggered it.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
thought.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a hacker, right, Anna?
Yeah.
Hackers love to hang around on the dark web, the like hidden, like conspiracy sites and all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
Maybe you actively stumbled upon somebody being like, "There's a conspiracy about EPIS or corporations," and you were like, "That can't be true." And to prove them wrong, you did some digging and
Found some nefarious stuff.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you would be the character to find the stuff. The hacker is looking deeper than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Hacker, aka netrunner.
Yep.
And then also, if you have money, then you could definitely be our guy who gets like, oh, well, we need a special kind of drug and only these guys supply it, and it's kind of illegal. So you could definitely be like, well, I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if you could overclock me?
Exactly.
Episode 3, ketamine.
Exactly. There we go. Oh my gosh. And so I want to say you were hacking one day, went too deep, and then that's when the seeds were planted.
Okay,
of like
that works.
maybe
Beautiful.
it wasn't an accident, and maybe it's not. Do you want to say it was just your parents that were killed, or maybe were there other people in the room?
Other people. Let's go with other people too.
Yeah, so it's like, because if it might be this conspiracy theory of they were part
Yeah.
of like this group that was trying to develop something. They went too far.
There's so many accidents in this group.
Yeah, so many. This is the.
I'm gonna pile on another accident. I just want you to know that.
Okay,
now.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Mine wasn't an accident. Mine was like
that was perfect.
orchestrated.
That was orchestrated. No, that's what he means, like in quotations, accident.
Gotcha.
To get planted that this was no accident. What? And the question is, I mean, what were they working on? Yeah. You were still young. I don't know if you know exactly what they were working on at that time. It might have been a little bit too complicated. What happened when you were 12, right?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have known at 12.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this one's for the GM.
Yep.
Don't you remember when you were 12 years old and your dad sat you down and like taught you what crypto is?
Yeah.
Crypto in 1983.
Hey, I feel like it was around. I don't know.
So, honey, this is a Bitcoin farm.
Yeah, blockchain. It works on the blockchain.
You get the chain and you block it. There are other people there
Yeah,
as
there you go.
well, all working on a project.
Whenever I've tried to do Otherscape characters, my favorite thing to do with cyberspace tags is just like put like a tech buzzword in front of like the actual ability. So it's like blockchain, sword, firewall, laser eyes.
Yeah, that's like you need keywords. That's it. I'm gonna say that there was an explosion of gas that released into the room. It killed everyone but you. I want to say that gas is the virus that kind of went into, like, your body also accepted it, but it didn't kill you for some reason. Why didn't it kill you? Why is everybody else dead?
COVID-77.
Oh no.
COVID-77. Oh, that's a level up.
Anna's a carrier. We need to mask at all times, please.
Please don't touch Anna. She's
There you go.
what do hackers
Oh,
there you go.
what do hackers do? Plant bugs. Okay, she could do that literally.
Virus, yeah.
She could do that literally, and on the web as well. Okay. So let's get this your goal for the series. That one goal that you would like to accomplish or resolve by the end of the campaign. Figure out the truth of your parents. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
We're all chasing the truth.
Yeah, that is one theme of the campaign for sure. What are you most afraid of losing or confronting?
If it's losing, it'd be either my family, my immediate family, or the community. If it's confronting, who done it? That the who done it is and that might be the more appropriate. Find out that somebody who did it was somebody close.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Surprise.
It was Yu's character. His character is the purpose behind Amina and Anna's trauma.
There you go.
No, I mean the Ash appeared. That's what I was
Yeah.
reacting to. I didn't.
Did he? Oh, I can't-
Wild Ash appeared.
I don't see him. Is he here?
Yeah.
He's here. That's why I was. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I can hear
I'm
him.
looking at other things, taking notes somewhere else, so I did not
Are
see.
you okay? You sound like you ran over here. Oh, okay.
Here, let me-
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I can't see or hear him. Let me fix that on my end so I can hear.
Ash is the ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
The ghost in the shell.
In the void, I
There you
can't
go. I
understand.
can see him now. Okay. So we're
Surprise.
we're going through everybody. We're going through everybody's background. Wait, did you help your
Amazing.
friend already? That was quick.
Yeah, the going there and coming back was more than the actual help. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think I had with the nerves more than anything.
Calm
Yeah.
down.
I
Yeah.
hope his defense goes well. I'm sure
Yeah,
he'll do great.
he's some kind of genius. He just doesn't realize it. Anywho.
Just gave him, I just gave him some Xanax and then I left. Now he's
Basically.
super calm.
Well, Anna's character can get you. If you need ketamine, Anna's character has got you covered.
Sounds like.
Well,
name is Mara.
sounds like my dealer then.
So, we'll get you caught up, Ash, but we're going through everybody one by one and just getting the background information, fleshing that out a little bit more. And then
Okay.
we're gonna go to Foundry and start at the beginning of getting the character sheet ready, but we probably won't finish that. That's something we can message me throughout the week and be like, does this tag make sense? Does this theme book make sense? But let's get the background stuff first. So, just finishing up with Anna here. Anna is the hacker, and she's trying to find out the truth of what happened to her family. Her parents worked for EPIS as well, and they were killed by an explosion, an unfortunate accident. Parents, I'm gonna say who was your mother and father? One of them was the doctor, or what was it?
Yeah.
The researcher.
My mother would have been the researcher. My father would have been the hacker.
So I want to say he worked for EPIS because EPIS needs hackers too, of course. Maybe it was like lunchtime and he brought you and him to go visit your mom while they were, she was in the research facility. Whole facility, an explosion of gas goes off. Everyone has died by this toxic gas except for Anna. We don't know why, but this gas is also a virus. And that's what kind of powers your mythos, right?
Yes.
So that's part of you. I want to say it maybe messed with your brain chemistry a little bit. Maybe that could be a little small quirk she has if you want.
I love the Resident Evil vibes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that, but yes, very Resident Evil.
Love it.
So you are the hacker. You're really good at what you do. How much of your body has been altered by cybernetics or mythic elements?
Mostly just like the upper parts,
Like
arms, neck,
okay.
the back of the neck, the skull.
Okay. What's the percentage? Would you say 50-50, 40-60?
Probably, yeah, maybe even 35 only.
Oh, okay. So like 35% is cybernetic.
Yeah,
And it's mostly the upper body.
yeah.
Okay. That. Do you guys hear the little doggy?
Yep.
Do you view technology and mythos as tools, threats, or something in between?
Tools.
Tools. Okay.
Everything's a tool.
Okay. Like I asked Amna, what line won't you cross, even under pressure?
Probably taking innocent life.
Perfect. I'll make sure that.
I see them horns.
Oh, darn it. I gotta put those away. I did that for all.
Damn it, those assassins were innocent.
Oh, take an innocent life. Okay. You're unit 7. Okay, innocent life.
Innocent. I'm not talking taking life.
Okay, innocent life.
There's no Hippocratic oath. There's no Hippocratic
There's
oath.
no Hippocratic Oath? Okay. That's not a thing. I mean, probably not, actually. This is Night City. No. Okay. What moral compromises have you already made to survive up until this point?
That's an excellent question. Hadn't thought of that.
By the way, here's Echo. You guys can say hi to Echo. Hey, Echo.
Oh,
Hey, if you're going to the LFM minicon, she'll be there as well. Anyway, moral compromises. And how did it include a dog? No, I'm kidding.
No dogs were ever harmed.
I
We
know.
kicked so many dogs. So many dogs were kicked.
It was for a bet. You want me to get back to you?
Moral compromise. I mean,
You did it in order to survive. Like it's a harsh. It's a harsh
yeah.
city, you know?
I mean, locked doors don't matter to me. I don't care about that stuff. Those are not boundaries that I really respect, to be honest.
Do you mean literally or figuratively?
Figuratively.
Okay.
If it needs to be hacked, it'll be hacked.
No one deserves privacy from you.
Not if there's a life at stake.
But it has to be like a moral compromise. Is this like a moral one? If you're doing it for, well, I guess it's what you think. It's kind of like, what is Daredevil? He's a vigilante.
Lawyer.
No, no, he's a lawyer. But vigilantes,
Dirty lawyer.
they have their own kind of moral compass.
Yeah.
Even if it's like technically against the law, like you're not supposed to do it. So maybe that's his moral compromise. Maybe that's something like that. So it's like if you deem them as a criminal, but in their eyes, they don't see it as criminal activity. So that's where that moral kind of gray area would come in. Because it's up to you, right? You have to decide. No one deserves privacy if they're bad people, but you're the one that's deciding if they're bad or not, right?
Well, according to their history,
Oh yeah, you're like, no. Let me show you their internet search history.
Yeah.
massive trolls, death sentence.
Innocent when proven, so right.
Right.
This guy looks like he uses Reddit on the regular.
Yeah, you're like, it's kind of like you're the judge, jury, and executioner.
Well, judge, jury, I leave the executioning for somebody else, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, like digital executioning. You're
there you
You're
go.
probably really good that you can expose people.
Yes.
Stuff like that. So.
Oh, like Mr. Robots. Have you watched it?
Yes. Yeah, maybe you're our Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot's really good.
Yeah, I think the first
few seasons.
episode is like nice. Yeah, like the pilot would give you some nice vibes. Let's say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is I got a good idea of who your character is. Does anybody have their name for their character? Like Anna?
Mara.
Okay.
Mara.
Does she have a last name?
Ramirez.
Okay. Ramirez. Okay. Amna.
And you're doing a Spanish accent
Don't
for the
have a
entire...
name yet.
No Spanish.
She's the commander.
No.
Instead of the maid.
She's actually the saint.
Who? Amna? Amna's character?
No. Mara.
Mara.
She's known as the saint.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, all the pre-gens seem to have like code names or just like names they're like referred to by.
Yeah.
Or you
So
can
I was doing
you can call her Ramirez. You know, hey Ramirez, we need you. But if you also,
unless Anna's character's legal name was Twiceborn, which I would find very funny.
That name.
yeah. Oh, if you come up with a code name or your street name, you can tell me that as well. Okay, so next up we got you. Come on down. You are the next runner-up.
Hello.
Who wants to be traumatized?
Oh, I've got so much trauma. Ready.
In the Trauma Olympics. Next up, what are your pronouns? Your character's pronouns.
I'd say he, they for my character.
Okay.
I'm going a little bit male today.
Okay. How old is he? And remember, 25 and
I'm
up.
doing old. He's going to be like 39, like 40, mid 40s, I'd say, 45.
45.
39 and 40 is old.
You can say
Wow.
old with that. There is some people you might offend.
Yeah, I'm going old, decrepit. They're running. They're basically the crypt keeper. He's 40.
He doesn't have any legs anymore, no arms, no nothing.
He has great grandchildren. He's 40 years old. Crypt keeper.
I would say I think we're going to keep pushing it. I'm going to say like 55 years old. I'm going to keep pushing
55. Okay, we like it. Okay. What's the
None of these youngins. I'm not doing this shit.
What's the archetype?
So I sort of wanted to. You're gonna hear a lot of inspiration from the Hulk, but I promise you that it's not what I was thinking about.
Okay. Okay.
But I do kind of want to be like combining brain and brawn. Like this is the kind of guy who thinks he can have both. So I'm probably gonna, archetype wise, I'm gonna say the heavy.
Okay.
But.
Are you're flavoring it a little differently?
That's because he became the heavy through his brains. Like sort of, like those people who are like, oh, I'm like a mech suit, like a giant mech suit. Inside is like a scrawny scientist guy, but like he's the heavy of the team because he made big muscles.
Oh, you are Bruce Banner.
Yes.
You are Tony Stark.
Yes.
But like also that's stereotyping, saying that all like scientists have to be like scrawny and skinny. You could just be a scientist.
Oh no, my guy is not. My guy is absolutely not.
Yeah, you could be
no.
daddy scientist.
Yeah.
He is. I just used the drone pilot as an example, but he is absolutely
okay, so
big man.
Okay, daddy scientist, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you lift, bro? Yeah, he do.
Yeah. How much protein you getting, bro?
It's not protein. It's something. It's something a little bit more.
It's definitely
protein.
Not in Cyberpunk. It's definitely not protein. You think there's any real meat anymore? Where is he on the financial spectrum?
I would say I think we have to be realistic with scientists nowadays. He's struggling.
Okay.
Like his work has probably made millions, but he's not seeing a lot of that money. Most of it's going to people who patent that sort of shit.
Oh,
is it
that's
EPIS?
up. That is the thing EPIS would do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should. I'm gonna lean into the campaign premise hard. I think.
Yeah. But like all corporations would just use you for that.
Yeah, all of them would do that, but I feel like making it somewhat random other corporation just wouldn't be in the spirit of the.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. Keep it with EPIS. I love it.
Yeah.
So we got struggling. Okay. Where did he grow up?
He is originally from the Badlands.
Okay.
So I personally, I really like nuclear energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna think the Badlands, like one of the reasons why stuff doesn't grow back in the Badlands is because like companies, when they have like their spent nuclear fuel rods, they'll just like put them on a truck, drive them out, dump them, and then just come back to the city. So he's been living in like basically like a like he's probably part, like heritage wise, like part of some like nomadic group, like radiation, like warps, almost like worshipping radiation, I'd say.
Oh.
Like as a like it's invisible and it changes you and it makes you sick, or it can change animals, or it can have weird effects. And then when magic came in, some of those effects are become more like superhuman, like being exposed to like radiation could like unlock like a mythos source, or like a source could like be between you and like radiation, and that could change things. So like he's probably like part of like a nomadic tribe that like almost worships or like follows the tracks of these trucks to find like these fuel rod like deposits and like stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are creating Bruce Banner. Radiation. Okay.
No, Bruce Banner hates radiation. This man is like, I will drink protein powder, but replace the protein with gamma.
With gamma.
Wow.
Okay, maybe the protein powder is called gamma, and it's sold.
Oh, absolutely.
by a
absolutely.
company. Drink gamma.
Drink
this guy's
gamma.
just juicing in a gym.
So I think he's always wanted more, and then he goes into let me just check the map again. I said it before, it's like the first one on this list. Santo Domingo, with all the rundown. It says here, old nuclear power plants in Arroyo.
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 Arroyo. You gotta roll the R.
Arroyo.
There you go. Close.
Maybe he's a bit Hispanic. Probably.
We
not.
haven't heard your Hispanic accent yet.
I'm not gonna.
First do the Hispanic, then we'll tell you if he's Hispanic.
I'm not gonna.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hello to my little friend. No, I'm not gonna do any of that, actually, no.
Yeah, that's where the factories are located, Arroyo. So you
and I think
you came from the Badlands to Arroyo, yes?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Is that where he's currently staying?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, so currently lives in...
I would say he's got like an internship of some kind. Like, you know, when they get like the poor kid or the minority kid and they like go, look, we gave him a scholarship, let's prance them around, look how diverse and inclusive we are.
I believe there's an American term that is...
Tokenism.
Yes.
Hold on, my mother's...
Look, the Badlands has humans too.
Mom, I'm in the middle of the game, Mother. I have to go.
Mother, please.
I'll call you later.
Mom song.
It's
Man
like
keeps
most
texting
of
me.
the time when she calls. She's like, is it something?
Well, we were
D&D?
looking for Mum and we found Mum.
We found Mom, and she's
There she
disappeared.
is!
Okay, well, game over, guys. Good job.
Yeah, as soon as we find Mom, we gotta close the channel.
Plot twist. Mom is looking for you.
You don't want that. You don't want Mom looking for you.
That just took a horror turn.
Yes, you don't want Mom.
None of
looking
our
for you.
characters, all of our characters have Mum
She'll just be
issues.
constantly telling you what you did wrong.
Yeah, and depending on your ethnicity, also carrying a different type of shoe. Where
Yeah.
Or stick. But yes, I think Arroyo sounds good. It's the industrial sector,
Yeah.
power generators, blue collar workers.
So basically, he's like hopping around, like being sent by EPIS to like their failing factories and then like fixing them back up again.
Oh, I see. Okay. I think Ash. I
Yes.
think I can hear your typing really loudly.
No, that's my cat purring. Sorry about that.
So whoever's
Oh, I'm
typing.
sorry. That was me then.
Oh. I was like, I thought Ash was gonna be like, no, that was my cat typing.
I didn't realize I have a mechanical keyboard and usually
So I wasn't the culprit and I still took the hit.
So there's a second thesis that's going on today, and it's the cat defending it.
So let's go over briefly what your background is. So, grew up in the Badlands. Now lives in Arroyo.
Yes.
But you're in the Badlands. Part of, I was gonna say cult, but it's not a cult. It's a, it's like with a nomadic tribe that worships radiation.
Radiation. Yeah.
Radiation and okay, and
It's like
there's
that
probably some
Fallout
type of
city.
source. Yeah, it is like Fallout.
Megaton. Sorry, not Megatron.
Megatron. That's a good game.
Megaton.
I would say
Autobots roll out.
there's probably some like radiation source. that they
Yes, I think
worship.
the part of his probably because he's into radiation, so he probably is like when he's working at nuclear power plants, he's like, oh yeah, drop it in this quarter of the Badlands, and then because he knows his family's there, so they'll eat that shit up.
Okay.
Like, oh, we need to get rid of this uranium, boss. Oh yeah, just drop it in sector 3 of the Badlands.
Okay, so you say he loves radiation. Would you say he's addicted to it?
I would say he is addicted to it. I'll probably put it as like a tag or something, but he's just basically been exposed so much, he's like immune to it at this point. He like drinks that shit up.
I can like start seeing some synergies. So are you addicted to the radiation and the mutation that comes with it? And if that's the
Yes,
case,
absolutely. I want to use noise theme books to represent not just technology, but like the mutations
okay.
that come from technology. So it's not strictly like a piece of metal. It's like, oh, well, now I'm scarred and bones are coming out of my, body, and I can like sort of control it in a way. Like the mythical element just adds that little bit of control that his tribe has always needed to like fully make it into like a religion, I guess.
Yeah.
So your tribe is probably just a group full of weird looking people.
Yeah, some of them have. His mum has 2 heads, probably.
I don't want to jump any guns, but I can't wait to see your interactions with Anna's character. And yeah.
You're a scientist. Her mother was a scientist.
Yeah,
like the mutation part, the mutagen exposure kind of part, and the mutation.
Yeah, and I think the boss, the GM, was onto something. I think he has. I don't want to keep this for myself. I don't think he wants to keep it for himself, and I think he has privately started to develop some sort of drug or like synthesis that he can inject into people that like gives them like a momentary boost of some kind, and makes them like give off some radiation, but like it makes them stronger. Like
You're
like
that
sort of
crazy
like
guy in Arcane, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking in Batman.
No, Singed.
Oh,
Like the-
oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
Yes, Sid.
That sounds a lot like it.
In Batman, Bane has a drug called Venom,
Yeah.
which isn't confusing at all because there's a Spider-Man character called Venom. But I was thinking like he basically is like, because he doesn't. I mean, should I? That's up to. I don't actually know. Should it be private or should he be selling it? Like, should the corporations be selling it already?
You could be like, hey, I'm barely making money as a scientist. This is my side hustle. Like everybody, like it's so hard to get a leg up in this world. And
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is all about kind of like you have to think for yourself and like out for, number one because
I think
nobody
it's like tricking the city to like slowly make like pockets of his kind of cult of like radiation. Like I don't know what I'm addicted to, but like whenever I'm near the power plants, I feel better.
Yeah.
And I've been taking this drug all the time. So maybe there's like he's like implanting like into the population that like radiation inside of you is good, which in real life, anyone watching this stream, don't do that.
Don't put your head in a microwave. Just don't.
Cal, I know my friend Cal's watching this. Please don't touch radiation.
Oh, now Cal's gonna do it. Send the picture when you do. Okay, sells it to the people, makes more money. But like
I think it's black market at this point. Like
it's definitely black market.
syringes and like abandoned syringes on the side of the road, sort of like.
Yeah, no, that's real. Definitely black market. Definitely not healthy.
So that's why he's the muscle of the group, because he's got like basically like a perfected formula that's like just for him.
Yes.
Like he makes it addictive on purpose to sell to the masses to get them into like the cult biz. But for him, it's like a perfect no addiction beyond like what he already has like inside of him anyway. That just like temporarily makes him strong, and then he can like go back down for a bit. Like makes the mutations like more like Bone Claws, Wolverine.
Yeah, especially because in terms of your character sheet, there should be like a weakness tag for it. Because like you perfected it in a sense for yourself, where
he's still addicted. It's just not that the drug for him specifically.
Yeah, so
he's addicted to like radiation.
The one you're selling to people is bad for them, and you could see what it's doing to their mind, to their body. I think for you, it's a much slower process. So it's still weakness tag. It's just with them, it's like more rapid. Yours is like a very slow. Descent.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the creatine that he has made for himself. It's creatine, basically, just muscle.
Shimmer.
I think calling it gamma. Do you think that was a very good name for it? Just calling it like just gamma.
Gamma, yeah, because I could just imagine like if corporations got it, they would monetize it, make it a freaking drink for gamers.
Gamer subs. Hey guys, use looking for mum's gamer sub code to get
drink gamma.
Yeah, for gym rats.
What's the last time you stayed up pumping iron for 24 hours?
Yeah. What do you think the G in G Fuel stands for?
That's straight up gamma.
2 heads is better than 1. Why not grow?
Literally.
Why not grow an extra head?
2 heads is better than 1. That's the tagline for gamma. The animation is someone growing.
Need an extra hand?
Who cares if he has
You need
6
more
toes?
backbone.
This is totally sounding like Fallout now, where they do the little like mini picture of like radiation damage. Yeah.
So
I think at the core of him, I don't want to make like a crazy cultist. So I think at the
Yeah.
core of himself, he really does believe in making humanity better. Like he cares for people, and he thinks that like disfiguring them and making them go kind of crazy is like, because he's seen the people in the Badlands survive. So he thinks like, the city people are like frail little pansies who can't handle themselves, and he genuinely thinks that he's making the world better.
Yeah. Okay. He thinks he's making the
Yes.
world better. I love it. Okay.
But he cares for people. He genuinely cares for people. It's just how he shows that. He'll have like sincere moments with people and then be like, I'm really sorry that your mom died and I feel so bad for you.
Drink
She would have
this.
survived if her like skin was made of like iron though, so I feel like
I don't want this to happen to you. Drink this. Can of gamma, hands over. Okay, so next, why did Victoria choose you for Unit 7?
I think she's slightly scared of what he would do unchecked and wants him closer so she can keep an eye on him.
Let's see.
'Cause I think she finds him easy to manipulate. So she's like, I'm going to be the one who manipulates this guy, because if someone else comes to him and says, hey, I got the answer to your problems, then they're going to like weaponize whatever he's doing. So I think I can manipulate him into doing
Well,
positive for the city.
she's not manipulative per se. That's not she. I know she's a corpo and all that stuff, but she does care about everybody who's on this team. She's
Okay.
really not trying to. 'Cause
Maybe she's trying to like
manipulation
stand down his
Yeah.
rough edges.
Maybe.
Maybe she's like, hey,
Like
what
how
if you
did-
help? I'm going to make you help people without turning them into radiation monsters. How about that?
Maybe.
How about you make like connections with people as they are and don't try and change them without their permission?
Let's see. Why did you stand out to her? What I'm trying to think. Like, what could you have done for her to like find you? Maybe. I mean, maybe you were selling gamma, and she was like, "What the heck is this guy doing?" I don't know.
I think he's making. Maybe one of the previous units had to stop
Someone
like
who
an
went crazy.
outbreak. Yeah, of gamma, like someone like overdosed, and that was one of the previous units' jobs. And
Sheesh.
then she was like, she traced it back to the source. She found this guy and was like, well, we got to do something about that, because
Okay.
you're really
Yeah.
smart and you're empathetic, but like we got to fix a lot of what's going on here.
Okay, I like that. So like, your connection is that like a previous unit had a job because someone was using your stuff.
Like, yeah, I think they have probably quite a good emotional, like, human connection to each other. The problem is he's just fucking crazy.
A little crazy, but he thinks he's
Like, he's a genuinely good friend, and he's a person to, like, confide in, and he's really sweet and caring, but, like, he crazy.
Blue and orange morality.
Yeah.
different colors.
Like,
but they're complementary.
maybe he's someone that she can confide in, but, like, she's also like, well, I know you don't think you need to be fixed, and I know what you think fixing is, but, like, you need to be fixed in the right way.
You think fixing someone is giving them a bottle of gamma? You're like, here.
Yeah, you think
Yeah, that's-
fixing someone is making them sprout wings from their wrist.
Yes. That's why they call it a fix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I think
so
she's trying to get him to, like, see the light in a way,
who had?
not the nuclear bombs light.
Do you want gamma to be like something you drink, or is it something like with a needle that you
I think
shoot
syringe.
at?
I think the
Syringe?
vibe of me injecting it into, like, a teammate or something is something that's cool, with the player's permission, of course. But, like,
Yeah. Okay. And so say Victoria traced it back to your
yeah,
character.
he is not. He's really intelligent in, like, a IQ way, but, like, in terms of, like, covering up illegal operations and street smarts, like, it's a wonder he didn't get arrested before she found him.
Okay.
That's why we need, like,
that's true.
that's why we need Ash, because otherwise, if he was actually managing, like, a Heisenberg operation, then he wouldn't be here. But he's terrible at the city
Okay. Okay.
and how it functions, and, like, proper, like, corpo life. Like a bit like Jace. Like, he's very idealistic and tech, and everything's a machine. But then, like, you
Sorry,
actually
who's
get
typing
politics,
now?
and it's
Because like the typing is overpowering
oh, sorry.
his Okay. So, I mean, you keep typing, but just mute yourself. Sorry, the typing was like interjecting with your audio as well. But you're saying it's like Jace?
Yeah, so he's a very simple boy, and he's very smart, and he will just barrel towards the problem and solve it as efficiently as possible, but that includes radiation.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Sorry. How does he perceive Victoria? Mentor, ally, corporate pawn?
I think he sees her sort of in the same way as like she sees him, of just like, oh no, we're really good friends and they're really sweet and they'll come around to my point eventually.
That's what he thinks of her? That's funny.
Yes, but he's clearly the
crazy one.
nut job in this scenario.
He thinks that they're good friends, he said?
I think they are good friends. I think it's just that he's clearly a broken mess of a being, and he wants to help people, but the only way he knows how is applying himself to this.
Yeah. So he thinks
like,
they're good
"Don't do
friends, and that she will one day come around to understanding.
Like he's playing nice. Like I think he's like made an agreement with her to like stop drug empiring.
Yeah.
Because he thinks like, oh, okay. Wink.
She's like, no, I'm serious. He's like, no, I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it. No. We don't want to do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So why did you take this job? She offers it to you. She says, I want to take you and the drug off the streets. I'm gonna say she saw potential in you and decided to add you. But why?
It's sort of like a battle of philosophy, and like he's like, oh yeah, I'll do the jobs, and I'll show you that my method works, that my way of fixing things works. So that's why he's doing the jobs, because he's doing it to prove to Victoria that like the way he's doing things is efficient and helps people. Well, she's like, no, it's not. Please do it the other way. Your teammates will show you that that's not. They're doing it, and they're not made of radiation.
Oh, that is true. But they could be.
They could be.
What if they're not reaching their full potential without?
But Victoria, don't you see? Evolution.
Exactly. But he's also like ripped. So yes.
He's like, I would say like on a 7, like on a me to John Cena, he's like a 7, and then he like injects himself and he goes to like a 12.
Yeah. I mean, a 7 to John Cena, that's still pretty. That guy's huge.
On like a me to John Cena, yeah, he's like about 7, I'd say.
Are you loyal to EPIS, or do you distrust / cynically use it for your own gain?
I think he's quite idealistic and cynical, and he thinks that I think he has a very black and white view of things, of like, oh, these are the good bits and these are the bad bits, not just like, oh, capitalism is bad. He still thinks that he can use it to his advantage.
So he sees both sides.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, what about the billionaires' feelings?
So if he saw the California fires right now, he'd be like, but Jeff Bezos, where's his helicopter at? Is it okay?
He would be the kind of person who's like, guys, the police and the protesters need to calm down.
Okay. Nope, I'm not gonna take it there. Okay.
I'm sorry, I promise I do sociology as like my degree, and I promise this man is everything I hate in the world, and I'm injecting him with all the shit that I want him to be proven wrong, and I want him to break and be wrong. I'm setting him up to be knocked down.
Okay.
Because I think he's wrong. And I would love for him to be proven wrong.
Okay, I mean, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to run with that.
Hopefully.
What past trauma, failure, or regret haunts them?
I think what haunts him? I think the ghosts of people, like almost literally ghosts of people who have not survived. Like the bits that make him question his philosophy is those people who do die to radiation poisoning, and like his family members who like just like die in the Badlands. And like when he does like experiments on people, and like, he is still responsible at the end of the day for like his people and people who are like innocent bystanders who get hurt by people taking his drug, and he's like, well, how much of the greater good is really good if it's killing people right now?
Yeah. True. I like that.
Like the kernel of like real world morality inside of him.
That is a good one. What's your goal for this series? What do you want to accomplish or resolve by the end of the campaign?
I want either him or Victoria's philosophies to basically sort of be proven right. I think, because at the moment they're in like an in-between of like, I think like the reason why he's on the unit is because his methods are like clearly effective, but also he's turning people into radiation monsters, and that's a terrible thing to do. So by the end of the series, this ongoing sort of showing your philosophy through actions between him and Victoria should be resolved one way or another.
So which method is the correct one or the right one?
Yeah.
But if it's a philosophy, it's like that is very subjective though.
Yeah, I think I need test it to its metal. I think of like evolution of humanity. Like, do we need to physically change ourselves and like DNA of our people, like transhumanism, like push ourselves beyond? Is like what he's at. Like at his core, he's like, we need to push ourselves beyond. Evolution's too slow. We need to make it go faster. We need two heads.
So your goal is like that's his philosophy, but that it needs to be tested and maybe proven once and for all.
Mm-hmm. That it's the way forwards, and she's like, no, it's not.
So something needs to happen for that kind of faith in this philosophy to be.
Yeah, either one of them has to like admit they can't both like. Both of their philosophies can't exist because they're in the extremes that they do. Because she's like, no. Crazy genetic experiments, and he's like, yes, all genetic experiments crazy, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And specifically his philosophy is that genetic experiments help people.
They're like, yeah, pushing like on like a bit like the lizard in Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, where it's just like there's not enough time to get consent from every person, because like some stupid people are going to say no to vaccines, so I just got to sort of do it. You can't trust stupid people to vote, so I'm going to do it myself.
You got that.
Just
right.
like,
don't bring up stupid people in voting. I'm very sensitive over here in the U.S.
Sorry,
it's too early. Come back to me.
He's a cartoonish. He's a bit of a cartoonish villain, but he has a heart to him, I think, in that sort of cartoonish way.
Okay.
Of loving people.
Okay, I like that. What are they most afraid of losing or confronting?
I think like what it means to be like just like a normal, like sort of person and like live a normal life and have normal connections, because he's sort of built up this exceptionality to him, like being plucked out of the Badlands and being like a scientist and like feeling like elevating himself beyond what he sees as like human, but he fears that just like being a normal person is enough, and like he can just live a normal life and be happy that way, and he doesn't have to keep like pushing himself like mind, body, and soul.
So he
just fears normalcy. Yeah.
Okay, so he's afraid of being normal.
He's afraid of being like happy in a normal life. Like he's afraid that normalcy is gonna satisfy him just as much as all this crazy stuff is. And like having like a genuine human connection.
Are you typing?
I am, sorry. I keep forgetting to remute myself after.
You're good. Great, he's afraid of being normal. And so is he not happy then?
I would say he isn't, no. And he thinks that if he just keeps pushing forwards, he'll reach happiness at some point.
Oh, that is sad. Yeah, but I like it.
So he's like, if I stopped and I just like went to book clubs and, you know, drank coffee and stuff like a normal person, would I just be happier than keeping like pushing forwards?
Okay, I like it.
Like making a normal, like yeah.
Okay. What expertise or specialty do you bring to the group? Because the archetype you chose was the heavy, So,
Yes.
I'm imagining that your character sheet should kind of show that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He's definitely got a few
Okay.
big strongs. Yeah.
Heavy hitter.
I think he's got like a tactical. He's got an intelligent mind, but like he's still at the end of the day, he's like, well, I know how to open this door, but like it's just faster to just.
Yeah. You're like, we could sit here for 10 minutes and like try to unlock it and hack it, but punch.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. What percentage of your body or mind has been altered by cybernetics or mythic elements?
I would say I am going to still have self like theme books, but I think he's pretty much I think at least above 80%. If we include the radiation sort of like stuff.
So
Then,
you're
yeah.
saying above 80% modifications?
Yeah, if you include like the gamma, then yeah, like, you know, sharp bones that he can use to hit people and like taller and more muscle mass and stuff. Like he was I think so.
It's a biological modifications, huh? So
Yeah,
bioengineering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
true.
bioengineering. Yeah, that's definitely the word I was been liking or thinking.
Lots of bioengineering. Okay, got it.
Lots of bioengineering.
What would you say? Do you view technology and the mythos stuff as tools, threats, or something in between?
I think he sees it as like the way forwards for humanity.
Okay.
I think it's what he sees the future as.
And
Is more magic, more tech, more.
And since this is like Night City, you do see it like around. So like your theory is already kind of like proven. So you could just be like, Victoria, look outside your window. Like go take a walk.
Yeah. he's personally really into the radiation stuff, but like, you know, cyborgs and, you know, people who are now half satyrs is like, that's fine for him. Like that's good enough. Like just anything that makes you more than human. Like if that's flying, if that's super strength, if that's bionic eyes, then like he encourages that. He's an advocate for that sort of.
Yeah. Okay.
Reaching your full potential, however unlocking your full potential is for you, then he's like supporting that. He just thinks that if you're going to do it en masse, then like radiation travels far. So that's what his like main angle is. But he's like, yeah, if you've got metal legs that let you jump higher, then like absolutely, that's a point for me.
What line won't they cross, even under pressure? It sounds like this guy doesn't have any, but we got to find one for him.
I'd say no. I think he does have. What line won't he cross? I think actually betraying someone. I think because in the Badlands he learns that like you're only as good as your family or like the people closest to you are. So I think he's more than fine relying on other people, and he sees like betrayal as like the trust is like the one thing you can't barter for, like in the Badlands. So he's like really.
I like that.
That's why he hasn't just gone like full on. Oh, I'll just bomb the city and just force everyone to do it, because he's like, well, I have people here I care about, and they've asked me not to, and I want to prove to them that it's. And I wouldn't betray someone, because I feel like that's the one thing money can't buy to him. So he wouldn't betray someone's trust if they place their trust in him.
True, that money cannot buy trust. I like that. I think that is one of like the highest tenets, especially living out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you literally like you need each other. If you don't have each other, you're gonna die out there.
Yeah, I think he's seen people just walk off into the dust and be like, I'll do it on my own, and then they never came back, and then he never saw them again.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, they're dead.
Yeah, probably dead. Okay, got it. Sounds good. So, do you have a name for him? I chose it for my original idea, but I still like the name Wolfgang. Wolfgang, okay.
Like Mozart's middle name, I think.
Yeah. last name, or is this like his call sign?
That's his like call sign. Yeah, I'm sure I'll come up with an actual name for him. It'll be something.
It'll be something. Okay. Let's get back to Ash real quick. Go over some questions that we did not answer. Got bad with finances, 400 but looks 25. We decided on the age. Everybody should be 25 and up. Let's see. The mythos was like the concept of excess, constantly wanting more. Grew up in Haywood, still lives there. Any other like family or just general background? Flesh that out a bit more. Like, okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, you're the face. So like, what kind of that background that led you to be good at doing this? That archetype.
It's kind of her very nature. She's a creature of emotion, so she is very well placed.
Okay.
At like discerning them in people. It's called like some kind of sixth sense. Like you shouldn't play poker with her. Yep. Like there is no poker face. She will like it's like emotions radiate from people, and she can like see it.
Oh, okay.
So she learned to pull the right strings, and that's how she gets by.
Okay. So it sounds like most of her life she's kind of like fended for herself, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But like that doesn't mean that she doesn't have like a million fanboys and fangirls that like will throw their lives at her feet, basically.
Yeah, has so many people who are in love with her.
And there's an ongoing investigation, usually tied to some apartments rented by some rich guy for some girl that they've never seen before, and now they are just like a husk of themselves. Because what she also is like she can feed off emotions and leave people like husks.
Oh, okay. About the people she kind of leaves behind. She's an emotional vampire.
Basically.
Can I send you something for your mythos? I like the greed thing you said before, like the greed emotion. Like
oh yeah, please.
I think I might have something for that.
Please.
Okay, so if she's an emotional vampire, so it's like she wants more and more of it, because you said your mythos is like concept of excess, constantly wanting more.
Yes.
So she's really good with emotions. Maybe it's a thing where it's like, maybe she doesn't have any. That's why. So that because vampires suck blood because they don't have any. So
yeah.
Where is she at? She's really good at reading emotions, but she doesn't really have any herself. So she's not good to read, if that makes sense.
If I would like just like try and grasp her concept.
Yeah.
She doesn't like specifically live in excess, but she incites excess in others, and that's what she feeds off of.
Oh.
She's like kind of like a succubus in that sense.
Does she like people get addicted to her?
To the emotion, that her drug is emotion.
What?
So for instance, I'm thinking like just like her being present in a room would make people drink more, laugh more, party more, and she just like feeds off these vibes.
Okay. What would that mythos be? Is there some type of mythology?
It would be like succubi, by right? Like,
So succubi are like kind of like this have this vibe, and like a lot of onis in like Japan and like kamis that like have this like strong emotions, but just like this.
I sent to the group chat the Buddhist concept of greed.
Thank you.
I've seen it be used as a mythos before in City of Mist.
Definitely,
I'm
yeah.
not going to say where because I might be a spoiler.
Concepts can definitely be used, for sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see the group chat.
In the Otherscape, in the Otherscape group chat,
Okay.
in the Discord server.
Okay, I'll have a look at it, but yeah, it's
Okay.
Also like demons can do that, or like genius Loki, which is the concept of the spirit of a place. For instance, like people feel like more bias in like a religious setting and like a place that like forces you into an emotion. She's just like the moving
Yeah, so you
version of that.
can riot emotions. And
Yes.
because you can
think-
do that, you feed off of it.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So I was looking it up, and I believe in the Japanese folklore that you mentioned, it says the Mazoku, or demon of emotion, but they thrive on negative emotions.
Yes.
I think
Definitely.
greed's a very negative emotion.
Yeah, but there is.
I think
the
there's like a
Rakshasa
shikigami, but there's
in,
like no pain.
The Rakshasa in Indian mythology thrive on chaos and heightened emotions, but those are like all like fear, desire, despair, all of it.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also like generally manipulate and deceive people to get those emotions heightened.
Okay, so
Onryo feed on rage, but that's more anger. That might be just the riots thing.
okay, so
The
we got
Wendigo.
we
The
got
Wendigo looks very similar to that too.
Oh.
The whom? Sorry, Anna?
The Wendigo
Yeah.
of the
also.
Ojibwe.
So
But yeah,
that's-
big cannibalism. Yeah.
Okay, so we got 10 more minutes to finish off your character, then we're going to head over to Foundry real quick. So we're going to push through these questions, Ash. Why did Victoria choose you for Unit 7?
Oh, I got caught red-handed. Definitely.
Oh, she got caught
Yeah.
by Victoria.
And this is why she has a bit of a distaste to technology, because like she sees what she does as an art, and like anyone that uses technology to like mimic what she does, which is like pure magic, is an affront. But there are some technologies that can like pick up on her shenanigans, and she was actually like caught in at a poker table cheating people out of their money, basically.
Okay, so she doesn't want you just because you're good at poker. So there has to be something exceptional, yeah?
Yeah, so like the extreme emotion of like also like losing, like anything that's extreme, she's into it basically. And like casinos, nightclubs, so on and so forth. But like, so yeah, I would say like she would have been caught red-handed. Maybe got the warning, got the slap on the wrist. She didn't stop. And now she's like, okay, you need to check your privileges, kind of sort of thing. Behave now.
Maybe it's a thing where there's a casino in the city center somewhere. Private. It's a private party, actually.
Definitely, yeah.
So, high-end clients are there. Victoria's there. Maybe she's at your same table, and she's kind of like, she was watching you like work the entire time.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. She was watching you, and not just like she was seeing the emotions being rioted and how you manipulated them, but she also saw like how you're just like how you're touching people or how you're talking to them. You know, like those kind of techniques when you're like flirting with someone, you touch them somewhere, and you see like people. She saw people like falling all over you, and it didn't matter the gender or if they were a cyborg or anything. She just saw you.
I would even say that like she thought that they were idiots for falling for such things, but like at some point she felt that there was something not natural about it.
Yeah.
That's why she would have like tilted, because like yeah.
Okay, Victoria noticed that there was something non-natural.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. How does your character view Victoria? Oh, by the way, we did talk about Victoria more. She does care about this group. Like she's fighting for you guys. There was past units. You guys don't know why. Now there's 7. What happened? 1 through 6. But she does want the best for you guys. Like, so if there's anybody who's like fighting behind the scenes, because EPIS truly doesn't care about any or all of their workers. Like literally anybody can be replaced. So Victoria does to a certain, she's not cold, but she's not warm to you guys either. Like, I don't think anybody has gotten a hug from her just yet. I think like she'll give you like a small smile every now and again, a compliment every once in a blue moon if you do a good job. But yeah, she's very composed and reserved, but not cold. So how would your character perceive Victoria? You know, she first saw you like working the room, like wrapping the whole room around your finger. So mentor, ally, corporate spawn, anything.
So, because I would have like an insight into her psyche specifically and her emotions, I would know her true colors.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah.
And the thing with my character is, she's also like a kind of collector, and she kind of collects experiences.
Yeah.
And she sees Victoria and this group she's put together as some kind of a gold mine. We have the addicts on one side. We have the past traumas on the other. So it's an everyday buffet basically. Specifically towards Victoria, I would think she would become a little bit possessive of her, in a sense, but in her mind, because like for her, most like people and these sources of emotions are to be possessed, and
so your character is a bit possessive of Victoria?
of people in general, and specifically of Team 7. So if Victoria is the one who put Team 7 together, she would see it as like part of her property.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's twisted in that sense. Which is not far from corpos in a sense.
Okay. So that's true. Okay, so she knows Victoria's true colors. So how do you perceive her? Just her as a woman that you kind of like report to as a part of Unit 7?
I would be grateful she didn't like turn me to any authority, because then I have to kill her, and I hate that.
Oh my god. Turn her in when she noticed. Okay. The first time. Okay.
She remembers like a Lannister always pays her debt, kind of sort of thing.
Oh
So, okay, you got my back once, I got your back. You're mine now. When she sees my people, she doesn't mean what other people say with my people.
Okay. Literally.
Yes.
So, why did you take the job? Because like Victoria comes up to you, offers you a place on the team. Why say yes?
Life was getting a bit boring and everyday and routine, and I hate that.
Okay, I see.
She sees it as an opportunity. Well, at first it was like a stepping stool, but now she couldn't help but get attached or addicted.
Okay. That is funny. That you were just like, I'm bored, so why not? Are you loyal to EPIS, or do you distrust?
Hell no.
Okay. Let me finish the question. Or do you distrust / cynically use it for your own gain?
Oh, I definitely like. I'm trying to use them as much as they use me. So.
Okay.
Yeah. No mission I do is 100% perfect. There's always a kink somewhere that I put there on purpose so that I can go back to it when I need it.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. My food is here, but my next question for you is going to be, what past trauma, failure, or regret haunts your character?
Yes.
BRB.
I'll just take this moment to release my cat who's been screaming at the door for a while.
Oh. Looks like it's just you and me. Pun intended.
So what brings you to my office?
I think you'll find it is in fact my office.
I really like your skin, but it would look way better if you just like added some radiation.
I think it would have no real effect on me, as my skin is mostly made of non-biological components.
You know what? I like that.
Actually, let me throw an idea past you before, while we're waiting. I think I'm gonna make my mythos be a kitsune, and maybe that's why they were seeking me. But I also want my new body to be able to like transform into a fox.
Yeah, no, I saw a Love, Death, and Robots episode about that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna actually link that clip. I was like, that was so cool.
I missed your character. Can you like give me a quick rundown?
Yeah, so I am basically heavily inspired by the Major from Cyberpunk, from Ghost in the Shell. So my character is basically a brain in an entirely cybernetic body, and how she got there was she was a high-level Yakuza leader. They tried to recruit her for EPIS. She said no. And she started off being like incredibly stealthy, good leadership skills, all of that. So they orchestrated. What
archetype are you?
I am the commander archetype with like a little bit of the ghost walker.
Okay, gotcha.
Thrown in. So they orchestrated an event, somebody close to me betraying me, that led to my death in a manner that preserved just my brain, and then they took my brain from the scene, put it in this body that now needs regular maintenance or I die. And only EPIS can provide that maintenance. Also, if I die...
Not in the proprietary body, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, please continue. I was just like commenting on that.
Oh, no, sorry. And now I just thought of something. So if my physical brain is in this body... If I do die and they back me up, I imagine that I would be even more in their control, because then they would be able to put me in a cybernetic brain as well.
You should watch Pantheon on Netflix as soon as possible.
Okay.
So you'd have a second chance, but you would be less of who you were before.
Yeah, and I would be more in their control, because then they could probably program that brain.
There is
go
like
watch Pantheon, really.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
Okay.
The best thing about this game is just all of us swapping cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, everybody.
I was talking about my mythos idea. It was going to be a kitsune, maybe.
Kitsune?
Mm-hmm.
That's a trickster spirit.
Yeah.
Yep. A stealthy trickster transforming spirit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll have a mythos. I might just... Do I want a mythos? I might not.
So the kitsune is your mythos, Amba?
That's what I think I'm gonna go with, but we haven't discussed that yet.
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out like why my character was so desirable to EPIS, and that's why I wanted to bring in a mythos that I had originally.
Okay. I like it because like that was also like one of the founding concepts I had.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So past trauma.
Yes. And it haunts you.
Here's the thing. Yeah, it does. In the sense that
Trauma in a TTRPG? That's crazy.
This is not her first rodeo, as in I told her like she's like 400 years old.
Right.
Because like she has periods of consciousness when like, she becomes this or like she manifests in this avatar as like has a actual physical form. But like as these emotions she feeds off tend to fade, she fades with them. So last time she was incarnated, she was like physical, was some times ago in I would say Industrial Revolution kind of sort of timeline. And one regret is that she also used to run with a crew at that time, and she couldn't save them. Okay. So they all died, and she ended up fading away, only to reawaken when the mythos manifested yet again in whatever year we're on.
Yeah. Oh. So it's not like she's been living these full 400. She's kind of been like asleep.
She's like has stasis moments.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, whenever humanity gets their shit together, she goes into stasis mode because like she is like a shit stirrer.
Okay, got it. So it has been kind of sleeping in a sense.
Yeah.
And not just woke up, but because you say you grew up in Haywood. and so you're living there. So I think you probably woke up and then just like
Yeah,
stayed in Haywood. Like, okay,
yeah,
So you re-grew up.
yeah.
basically, yeah.
You had to go to third grade again, and everything.
Yeah.
Had to learn about like this new world that you woke up in.
Yep.
This is basically Edward being like 100-year-old vampire and still being in like high school.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
have a
basically.
17-year-old girlfriend somewhere?
No,
Okay, thank God.
I have many.
Oh! Twist! It's not just one, Bella. It's 10.
Except. Oh boy.
All of their ages add up to his character's age.
Oh my God, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, like.
But they're all like girlfriends instead of like girlfriends.
Now that I think about it, there's literally an
Everything in
anime.
between.
There's an anime like about a vampire lord in 2077 that just came out this season. I really need to watch it.
Okay. Okay, while I'm asking these questions, think about character connections, you guys. How you guys can connect each other to each
Oh,
other.
I can open the dance on that one.
Well, I still have some questions for you.
Oh, got you.
But while I'm answering, you guys can think about that. What's your goal for this series, for your character? What do they want to accomplish or resolve by the end of this campaign?
Well, she never really knew where she comes from. Like, there's like these kind of sequences she lives through, and then either fades away because there isn't enough emotion to sustain her, or burns so bright that she's just like burn out.
Is that
So like, it's either like complete lack of, or like the paroxysm of excess that it's so intense she just like fizzles out.
Oh, okay. So you're saying is that what she wants to know then? Is that something that
Well,
she's like?
yes. What is she? Because like she hasn't met people like her yet.
Okay. Is
The
that a thing?
titular Otherscape.
Is that a thing that it's like left up to the GM? Because I would. think that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I already have an idea.
So kinship, like just like, what is she like? Self-discovery in a more literal sense. What
Yeah.
am I?
Okay.
You want to know what the Otherscape is in Otherscape 2077.
Yeah, who puts the scape in Otherscape is my goal at the end of this session. Okay. Up to the GM. I'll take it.
This is gold. It's like when you ask a player, so what do you want your character to like do in City of Mist? And they're like, I want to know what the mist is about. And you're like, well, thank you for handing me such ammunition.
I'll let
You
you know what the
shouldn't
mess is, but it'll
What's
kill
the dungeon? What's the deal with the dungeon in the dragon?
you. I'll let you know. Right after it eats you. What are you most afraid of losing or confronting?
I would say paradoxically, a disappointing answer to what she's looking for.
Darn it. Okay, so scratch that.
In the sense that like us as humans, we already like look for meaning in all things.
Yeah.
And she's just like she's someone who's literally like living for the journey, so she's worried about what will happen to her in the destination, because like she met a few destinations before and the result was her fading out. So she's wondering if I put like a full stop to this story, do I just like disappear?
Okay, I like it. Worried about what the ending will be.
Yeah, existential dread.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that the usual.
The usual.
Does she feel like this time it's going to be like a final destination, like it's different from the others?
Or Final Destination 3.
Well,
vastly different.
Super Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
no Fox only, Final Destination, no items.
This time something is up, because like magic is more pervasive than any of the other times she was awake.
Yep.
And humans came up with the magic of their own. Crude, oily, bad smelling, but yet their own brand of magic, so she would not despise it, more like look down on it snobbishly.
Of course.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like that. That's
I just
simple stuff.
imagine.
Sorry.
I just imagine the same character in like Legend in the Mist, and then the same character in City of Mist, and then the same character in Otherscape, just like it did the different time periods of like Son of Oaks games, just like going to sleep at the end of the campaign and waking back up.
But she did. I played her in D&D. She's a bard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I played her in like a sci-fi setting. Like
She is the old lady in every campaign
proper
that you see.
sci-fi. So I like to. She still haven't found an answer to her where she comes from. So
Okay, so
maybe
we
you're
have,
the one, Maya.
thank you. I will give you that answer too.
We have a legacy.
We have 20 more minutes before this whole thing is over. Okay, fire questions for you. Rapid fire.
Yeah, let's go.
What percentage of your body has been altered by cybernetics?
Cybernetics 0%. Fuck that.
Okay.
By
Whatever, you
mythos,
think you're better than
100.
us?
But she's 100% myth. So
Yeah, she is 100% myth. Okay.
yeah, but like she really despises cybernetics.
What line won't you cross, even under pressure?
Huh.
Rapid fire.
Given my possessions away of my own free will. So I don't give up on people because they're mine.
Oh. Okay. She thinks people are hers. Another weakness.
Oh, she thinks the world turns around her.